Hey everybody, Dr. Ben Atkins here, and welcome to a very special presentation. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time today with preamble. We're going to be revealing a new software that I think is going to change your life. And here's why it's going to change your life. If you're like me and you sell stuff online, if you sell stuff offline, whatever you do, you know that networking and getting your product in front of people is kind of a big deal. You have to do it. Those people that don't become successful, online with their digital agency, their services, their physical products, their, whatever you're selling, the people that aren't successful simply don't get their product in front of enough people. It's that simple. Most people that I interact with have a good product or they have a good idea for a product. The thing that kind of holds them back is, can I actually get this in front of people? Are there people that, want to buy it? Here's the thing. If you've got the best product in the world, but nobody knows about it, you're not going to sell it. So what we're going to solve today is pretty much this. I'm going to show you how to do something that gets you in front of as many people as you want to get in front of, who are your perfect ideal customers, And I'm going to show you how to get them without having to step foot outside of your house. On top of that, as a little added bonus, I'm going to show you the networking secrets that makes networking not feel so sleazy because it doesn't feel like you're trying to sell something all the time. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, I'm going to fulfill a promise that I have been talking about for the last 5 to 10 years. Here's the thing. If you're not successful yet, it's because you are not getting in front of enough people every week. Give me a number one if you agree with me on that. If you are not successful yet with your digital product business, your digital agency, whatever it is, your appointment setting business, whatever it happens to be, if you're not successful yet, give me a number one if you agree with this. It's because you're not getting in front of enough people. That ends today. That ends today. And I can guarantee you by the time this call is over, you're going to see the path. If that's exciting to you, of getting in front of enough people with your product, your service, your business, give me a big lucky number 7. Don't be a stranger, even if you say nothing the rest of this call. Put that 7 in the box right now, and we're going to get started. All right, let's get into it. Obviously, there's a point in this call where I'm going to show you the software, but I'm going to show you some really cool secret ninja marketing stuff. Don't you hate it when people use the ninja stuff? But it just came out. So we're going to get into that and get going. So let's get into it. We're going to discover today how to sign up your next 50 agency clients. If you don't have an agency, I'm going to show you how to get your next 50 customers for your business, no matter what it is that you sell, using a very unique setup. So let's get into it. Today's special. By the time this call is over, you're going to understand the 3 skills that separate the $1 million agencies and the $1 million plus per year physical product, digital product businesses from everybody else out there. You ready for the skills? Give me a yes if you're ready for the skills, because I'm going to give you the skills right now. Let's go through the skills that you have to have, those 3 skills. You're not going to have to wait. We're going to get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so important skill number 1, how to start conversations with 25 to 100 perfect potential clients every single week without cold calling, without DMs, without a single awkward pitch, without having to create a bunch of videos or content. We're going to get in front of 25 to 100 a week. Give me a yes in the box if you think if every single week you got in front of 25 to 100 new people, it'd be hard to fail. Give me a yes if you think it would be hard to fail if you got in front of 25 to 100. And I'm not talking about, by the way, I need to pause here. I'm not talking about 25 to 100 randos. I'm talking about 25 to 100 people that are perfectly tailored to be customers for you, meaning you're in the right room of 25 to 100 people. Okay, so that's important skill number 1. We're going to have that by the time this call is over. Important skill number 2, how to find the exact rooms online where your ideal clients already hang out. And notice I said online. How many of you think it would be great if all of a sudden you up and set you down in a room where your ideal customers were hanging out every single day? Meaning you didn't have to go look for them. You didn't have to run ads and hope that they found you. Literally, I picked you up and set you down every single day in the perfect room with 25 to 100, right? Pretty good, right? So that's important skill number 2. You're going to have that by the end of this call as well. I know I'm saying a lot of crazy things here, but trust me, by the time it's over, you're going to have it. Important skill number 3, how to make showing up easy. How many of you have a consistency problem? Just be honest with me. How many of you have a consistency problem of getting yourself out in front of your ideal customers? How many of you are like, oh my gosh, I went to a networking event. It was so hard. I was so scared. I was nervous, and it took so much energy. Oh, I'm exhausted after those things. How many of you have a consistency problem? Throw a number 3 in the box. And showing up consistently, because it's always so damn hard to show up in front of your ideal customers in the places that you know some of them are. Yeah, here's the deal. I'm going to show you how to make sure that you can show up in front of those customers every single day of the week. Take the weekend off. Take the weekend off. But I'm going to show you how to do it so that you show up consistently. Give me a number 3 in the box if you think that's important. Here's a special bonus. Here's a special bonus. As a bonus for you guys, I'm going to show you how to claim one of the 50 founding user spots for the new software that does the heavy lifting for you. Here's the extra bonus just for you guys. I got a special little slide that doesn't look like any of the other slides right before the link drops that is going to give you guys an even bigger advantage over the other people that aren't here. Give me a big 50 in the box, number 50 in the box, if you are excited that you showed up live today, because there's something special just for you that's going to be very, very nice. It's a little gift from me to you because you showed up on a Friday to hang out with me and talk marketing. Okay, cool. So that's coming. Just understand it's coming. There'll be a little stop sign on that slide, by the way, just hint, hint. And just watch for it as we get towards the end and get to the point where you can get one of those 50 spots. All right, so let's get into it. It all centers around one of my favorite topics today, which is starting conversations. How many of you starting conversations makes you nervous, especially when it comes to sales? I get it. I've been there. As boisterous as I am online, as confident as sometimes I seem online, where people are like, you have no problem talking to people. Yeah, I do. In person, I'm a different human being. I have the same anxieties. I have the same things that go on. And so I have to make sure that I bring things in the way. But this is why I love the topic of starting conversations, because it's not always easy for some of us. All right. Does all that sound like a good spin of our next 35 minutes or so? Yeah, we'll get those 3 things down and then we'll get into it. So specifically, this is what we're covering. Part 1, we're going to cover the secret to building a 7 to 8 figure business without cold calling or awkward selling. Part 2, we're going to talk about the introvert friendly. How many of you introverts excited right now that I said introvert friendly, because it actually is. The introvert friendly method we use to connect with 25 to 100 perfect customers every single week. By the way, if you're an extrovert, this still works too. But for my introverts, you get it. You get it, right? Alan says introvert to hermit. Man, I feel you on that. Part 3, inside the magic coffee shop software that makes growing any business fast. I'll show you why I call it the magic coffee shop software in a couple minutes. Part 4, how to claim one of the 50 founding user spots for our new lead generation app. We're going to get into that too. If you're ready to rock, let's get into it. Let's rock and roll. It's time to go. Give me a big lucky number 7 in the box. If you're excited and you're ready to get into it, you're ready to see how all this works, you're ready to see how to grow your business faster without it being so darn awkward getting in front of people, let's get into it. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's do this. Part 1, the secret to building a 7 to 8 figure agency without cold calling, without any awkward selling. This is it. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you take nothing else from today, I need you to write this down. I need you to write this down. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. All right. $1 million agencies aren't better at marketing. Okay. Does everybody understand this? $1 million agencies aren't better at marketing. They're better connected. They're better connected. All right. Does everybody understand what I just said? Give me a yes in the box if this makes sense. You guys, the $1 million agencies, the $1 million businesses that are selling stuff, plus the 10 million, the 100 million, they're not better at marketing. They're just better connected. They're just better connected. All right. And so I want to really, really lock in on this. All right. Here's the thing. They're better connected. And they stay connected by doing one thing on repeat. Everybody always says, hey, Ben, if I could do one thing, what's the most important thing in my business? It's this: starting conversations with new people every single week. How many of you, and I listen, if you're new here, I understand, but how many of you have heard me say this over and over for the last 5 years? Over and over for the last 5 years, you've heard me say, starting conversations with new people every week is the secret. It's the hardest thing for a lot of us to do, but it is the secret. Give me a number 1 in the box if you've heard me say that at least once in the last 5 years, right? Right? So I want you guys to understand something. The struggling agency owner asked this. I talk to struggling agency owners. I talk to 7-figure plus 8-figure agency owners. Here's the deal. The struggling agency owner always asks, how do I get clients? The 7-figure agency owner asked this, how many conversations do we start this week? Screenshot that slide, burn it into your memory. Give me a number 2 in the box when you've got it down. I want to make sure everybody that took time out of their day to show up today gets this. Struggling agency owners ask, how do I get clients? The 7-figure agency owner doesn't ever ask, how do we get clients? They just say, hey, how many conversations have we had this week? All right. It's always worked this way. Some of the most valuable rooms in business history have been coffee shops. Literally, coffee shops. Can you guys relate to this? Some of the most valuable rooms ever have been coffee shops. And you can build an empire in a coffee shop. Why? Because there's people showing up. There's people showing up at coffee shops. They're doing business. They're getting coffee before they go to work. All of it comes down to it's people networking. So just some examples. London, 1680s, Lloyd's Coffee House. Edward Lloyd ran a coffee house near the London docks. Sailors, merchants, ship owners packed into this coffee shop in the morning. Lloyd kept them coming back by posting reliable shipping news on the wall. The deals struck at Lloyd's coffee shop became Lloyd's of London. It's an insurance outfit. It's still running 340 years later. They do insurance, and they started around insurance for boats and shipping. All right? Still around. Guys, does everybody understand how hard it is to still have a business that's running 340 years later? Does everybody understand how hard that is? It's incredibly hard. It's because networking every day. Here's another one. Same time period, you guys. Few streets down, Jonathan's Coffee House in London, 1698. The Royal Exchange, is where stock trading was done in London at that time, kicked out some of their more rowdy brokers. And where did they go? They went to Jonathan's Coffee House to hang out. And a broker named John started posting stock and commodity prices on the wall because that's what all the attendees were into. By the way, that room, it's now known as the London Stock Exchange. Kind of cool, right? Let's go a little farther. New York, 1793, the Tontine Coffee House. This was Wall Street's first stockbrokers. This is where they hung out. They needed a place to go after they had signed this agreement that started to set up the foundation of the stock exchange. They built a coffee house on Wall Street and Water Streets. The trading done over coffee at the Tontine grew into what we now know as the New York Stock Exchange. One more just for fun. Paris, 1686, Voltaire. But Benjamin Franklin, they drank coffee at the same kinds of tables. And this was what helped spark the Enlightenment, 2 revolutions. It's still open today. I don't want to bore you with history of coffee shops. That's not what I'm here to do. But what I'm trying to get across to you is this: different centuries, different cities, same machine, one room, the right people. They weren't walking in once and selling everything they had, selling their ideas. They just kept showing up every day. Give me a yes if this makes sense. These are not people that showed up once and tried to make a sale and that was it. They just showed up daily. They showed up daily. They became regulars. Then they were there. Does everybody understand that the secret to not being salesy, the secret to not being awkward when you're selling your stuff, is to become a regular? Give me a yes or a number 9 in the box if this makes sense to you. I would venture to say, as a matter of fact, you've seen this machine yourself in your own life. If you go drive past any hotel conference room in the morning, you're going to see people in a conference room doing the same thing. You're going to see business owners in BNI doing the referral breakfasts. You're going to see people that have put together their own stuff out on the golf course. You don't see, by the way, you don't see a lot of people closing a deal on the 4th hole of golf. But you see a lot of deals getting closed over the 4 hours you spent walking all 18 holes with people, because it's that consistency. It's not running in for one hole and running out. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? All I'm trying to get across to everybody here is, if you've been looking at sales as something that you show up because you had a moment of superhuman bravery to go do it, and then it burnt you out and you don't show up anymore, you're not going to be successful at sales. The key is to show up in the right place and show up every single day. All right? But there's a reason. Some of us don't show up to these places to network, even though we know we'd grow our business. How many of you know of places you could go, organizations you could join that would help you grow your business, but you don't show up? Give me a big yes in the box if that's you. How many of you know of these rooms? How many of you know of these rooms, these clubs, these organizations, these events that you could go to, but you don't show up every single day? By the way, I'm raising my hand too. I don't get to type yes in the box because I'm talking, but I'm raising my hand too. And what I want you guys to understand is, why does networking scare some of us? Well, this is why. A lot of us have shown up to a networking event that we needed to go sell at, or we thought it would be good for our business, but we didn't have a plan. We showed up once. It scared the crap out of us. It was awkward. We came home empty-handed. And then we're like, oh, I don't ever want to do that again. Give me a big number 3 in the box if that's been you in the past. You showed up, you did something, you were like, that was awkward. I didn't come home with anything. I was super disappointed, and it burnt you out on the concept of wanting to do it again. Well, networking feels awkward for some of us because we rush it. We send up red flags with the people that are there because we rushed it. Give me a yes if you think that you've done this before. You got there, you rushed it. You weren't networking like the professionals do. Okay, now I want to give you what networking pros do, that if you listen to me in the next couple minutes, anything that you do from this day forward networking wise is going to feel different. Give me a big yes in the box if you want this. I'm going to give you some rules. And by the way, we're talking about in person, we're talking about online, we're talking about both. I want you to understand, I'm going to give you some rules that even if you think you're an introvert, even if you think you suck at selling, even if you think networking is the worst, I'm going to give you some rules that make networking easy, even for a guy like me, who's not always so good in the room. It's harder for me. So it comes down to 5 rules. Rule number 1, show up every day. Nobody pitches on day 1 in a networking setting. If you do, you're putting yourself in a place to where you're going to lose. So you go in, you buy your coffee, you nod, you become a face. Think about this. The door should always be open for these networking things that you go to. So if it's a Lions Club, if it's whatever, you don't go in Lions Club, you don't go into the Kiwanis, you don't go to your BNI, and you don't pitch the first time. You're not on a first date to try to get somebody to marry you. The magic isn't in the first morning you show up. It's in the 14th when half the room already knows your name. If you agree with this rule number 1, type rule number 1 in the box right now. Okay, this is the foundation of how professional networkers think. Some of us have to be reminded of these rules, and so I want to do that. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second rule is pretty good too, and all of us, we have to revisit this. You listen before you talk. So you listen for the roofer that's 2 tables over in the coffee shop, and he's talking about his business has been silent for 2 weeks and he needs to do something. You listen for the dentist that stops in for coffee for his staff and talking about the new practice up the road that just opens, killing them. You got to think, you're not selling. You're collecting what your market loses sleep over, in their own words, for free. How many of you feel like, hey, if I listened a little more and knew a little bit more about what my market was struggling with, I could really dial in things a little bit better? So that's rule number 2. If you agree with number 2, put that 2 in the box. Put that 2 in the box. What I'm telling you to do is be covertly nosy. How many of you like that? What I'm telling you to do is, instead of talking, instead of feeling like you've got to get everything out about your business, I need you all to start being covertly nosy. Okay? After you've been covertly nosy, rule number 3, help for free in the open. Hey, I couldn't help it over here. The phone thing, I bet it's a Google listing. Want me to pull it up? 2 minutes, no invoice. You're not the website guy. You're the person who fixed something before anybody asked. How many of you know how to fix a lot of things, even if it's not the service that you offer? Give me a big number 3 in the box if you guys know how to do a lot of things, even if it's not the service that you offer. I guarantee you, everybody here, even if you're a beginner, you know how to fix things, you know how to do things online that most of these people don't know how to do. And it may not be your service, but it could be your ticket through the door. Give me a yes if that's a light bulb moment for you. Give me a yes if that's a light bulb moment for you. It doesn't have to be something that you offer for sale. If you can be the person that helps somebody, then you have your foot in the door. Okay? Now, rule number 4 is understand that anytime you're networking, you're not always networking for customers. Give me a yes or a 4 in the box if you hear me right now. When you're networking, it's not always about getting customers. Sometimes it's about getting partners. And the partners are always in the room too, if you know how to look. It's not just prospects. There's a photographer in there, the bookkeeper, the business coach. They already have. They already have your clients. They could be partners that send you clients that you don't have to go look for. It's important, just as important to network with them as it is with the people who could become customers. Give me a big, big number 4 in the box if you agree with this statement, right? So understand, when you're networking effectively and you're not so laser focused on sales, you're just focused on showing up, you're going to find customers, you're going to find partners, and things get a lot easier. Last rule, let the intros happen for you. Once you're known as a regular in the right rooms, you don't have to introduce yourself anymore because people will have asked you what you've done and they will start telling other people behind your back. They'll say like, hey, go talk to Ben. He's over there. He knows how to do that kind of stuff. The whole game is being talked about when you're not even in the conversation. If you agree with that, give me a number 5. Now, what I just showed you is when I go to a networking event, especially networking events that are, over a few days, but even if they're over one day, I'm not going to pitch. I'm going to meet people and learn about what they do, what they're struggling with, and just listen. And what ends up happening is when you're not pushy, you don't raise flags because you're not desperate to sell something every time you walk into a room. That's when you start selling things. So you follow those 5 rules in a room full of your ideal clients, and the calendar feels fast. Your client roster feels fast. Your recurring revenue goes up fast. But here's the bad news. Here's the bad news. You can't find a room like this in real life. Not consistently. Give me a yes if you agree. Yeah, you can do the Lions Club, but what happens with the Lions Club? What happens with Kiwanis? What happens with BMI? What happens with those things? It's the same people in your area over and over again. Would you agree? Give me a yes if you agree with that. Give me a yes if you agree with that. It's the same people over and over again. There is no cafe with your perfect 10 new clients walking in every morning. It's usually the same people that are there. And if there were, you'd have to live there to work it every morning for free. And I don't know about you, but I have a business to run. Nobody has 4 hours a day for breakfast networking. Give me a yes if you agree with that, right? But here's where we have the advantage that nobody in history has had thus far: the internet. It quietly built the exact room for every niche on earth if you know where to look. Most people are just walking past the door every single day and they don't realize that right behind that door is the coffee shop and the tables full of their customers that they need. Do you want to know where that magic door is, by the way? Would you like for me to tell you where the magic door is? There's a hint on your screen, by the way. Would you like to know where that magic door is? Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get started. Let's talk about where this magic room is, this magic coffee shop, where all of your ideal customers, by the way, does everybody understand that I understand that all of you have a different business with different customers, but I can find the right room for all of you? Give me a yes if I can find that right room. You give me a yes. I want to make sure that everybody's ready. Okay. So part 2, the introvert friendly 10 minute a day to connect with 25 to 100 perfect agency clients every week, or perfect, you got a power bar type thing that you sell, you got a you got a digital product that you sell. I'm going to show you how to find the door for your niche. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to be talking about YouTube in the next minute, but I need to give you a disclaimer. If you are paying attention to me right now, awesome. If you're not, please come back and I want you to listen to me. Everybody right now, type a number 2 in the box for part 2 because I need to tell you something. I need to know that you're here. I'm about to start talking about where you can find this room of your ideal customers, and it's on YouTube. But I need everybody here to lock in on something. I don't want any of you to think that you have to create one video, a single video. If you heard me and you got me, type yes in the box. It's YouTube, which a lot of people are going to start thinking, oh God, I got to go shoot video. No, that's not what we're using YouTube for. Okay. Your perfect customer, the modern coffee shop that is full of your ideal customers talking about the problems that they have that you can solve, it is not a building. It's the comment section on YouTube. And you're there, they're there, but you don't have to create a single video. A single video. for YouTube to be a monster for your agency or your business? How many of you are intrigued and want me to keep going? I'm going to take a drink real quick, but give me a yes. If you're intrigued and you want me to keep going, you may show you what we're doing. By the way, I've been doing this for 5 to 10 years, but it's been incredibly hard. But we'll get into that in a second. Let's talk about this. Every creator your customers watch is running what I think of as a coffee shop. Give me a yes if you're like, ooh, that's interesting. Every creator that you follow, that you don't follow, but every creator on YouTube is running what I think of as a coffee shop. Their channel is the shop, and every video they put out is a table in their shop. Everybody follow me so far? Give me a big lucky number 7 in the box if you're following me so far. Think of every creator on YouTube that has a channel and posts videos. Think of their channel as the coffee shop. Think of their videos as a table. And this is where your ideal customers are hanging out. Okay. The comment section on YouTube is where the conversation's happening at the table. Everybody got me so far? So their channel is the coffee shop. Their videos are the table. The conversation is the comments under the videos. Okay. And it's all public. You can hear every word right from your laptop, just like if you were sitting in the coffee shop. Now, here's the interesting thing. They're not just watching videos, they're talking. They're saying, I've tried everything and my phones still aren't ringing. I know what to do. I just can't stay consistent. Is there a course that actually covers this? I'd pay for a real walkthrough. Real people telling the whole room they need help every single day, like this video. How to ethically get more plumbing sales today. The comment section is full of who? Who do you think's in this comment section? Give me a guess in the box if you think you know who's in this comment section. And there's millions of videos for every niche just like this, right? We're sitting in the comment section of a video like this that's 5 things to increase your plumbing sales. There's plumbers. If you guys run a digital agency that serves plumbers, that's your clients on a platter. Here's the thing I want you to realize. The 5 rules that we just went through work exactly the same at these tables as they do at real networking events. You show up, you listen, you help them out. Do you want the manual method that I have used for the last 5 years to do this? To go in and pull clients from my agency, for my digital products, for my physical products that I've run. You guys remember Whiskey Ballers? This was one of the ways that we sold Whiskey Ballers. Do you want to know the manual way for the last 5 to 10 years? And then I'll show you the cheat code. Then I'll show you the cheat code. All right. I don't know that, Katie says, I don't know that my pet care service owners are on YouTube. You would be surprised, my friend. You would be surprised. Let me show you how I've been doing it for years. Number 1, you pick your shops. You list 10 channels where your ideal clients actually watch. So these are YouTubers that are putting out content that my particular clients and customers are watching. It doesn't have to be big channels. It could be the ones where the comment sections stay busy. That's your neighborhood of coffee shops. Number 2, you watch the tables. You check every channel every day for fresh videos coming up. You can mine for the old ones. But a new video is a table that just filled up with a conversation. The best tables cool off in a while, but that's okay. You can also understand this. How many of you think I have pulled plenty of old videos that are over a year old and gotten clients from it? Give me a yes if you think I have. By the way, I have. So how I would find those 10 channels in the past, I'd go look them up. Don't worry, I won't make you do all this. You check who's real. Click into each promising commenter's channel. Are they a business owner? Are they in your niche? Remember, every commenter also has their own channel. Give me a yes if you just learned something. Give me a yes if you just learned something. Everybody on YouTube that comments has their own channel. They don't necessarily have videos, but they've got their own channel that you can click back to their profile. On Instagram and Facebook, it would be their page, right? It's that. You spot the VIPs, people that have their audiences, you can click through. You write a helpful reply. Just say, hey, if they've got something that they're asking for help, you write a helpful reply based on your experience. You track every reply because the ones who write back are the whole game. You do that every day and it absolutely works. I know because I've been doing it for years. Here is the problem that everybody is feeling like they're about to throw up right now. Here's the honest math. If you scan 10 to 20 tables a day, and when I say tables, that's videos, that's 30 to 45 minutes a day. Actually reading one busy comment section, just one, that's 1 to 2 hours. Verifying comments, drafting replies, that's a few minutes each time, dozens of times. If you do this right, It's 15 to 20 hours a week. If you really get into it, it's your whole 40 hours of a work week. Give me a yes if this makes sense. Give me a yes if this makes sense. This works. I know it works because I've been doing it, but it's a full-time job. It's a full-time job. And most of you already have a full-time job, which is simply this, running your business. So what do you think I did? What do you think I did after 5 to 10 years of pulling clients off, but it being the most mind-numbing filtering through videos? Well, something happened a couple years ago. What happened about 2 years ago that changed things? That changed things online for all of us? What happened about 2 years ago? It's been going on a while, but 2 years ago, something fundamental changed. We started being able to have access to AI. Would you guys agree? Would you guys agree? We started to have access to AI. And the interesting thing about AI is it's very, very good at sifting through large amounts of information if you give it the criteria to sift through it. Would you all agree? Would you all agree? So what did I do? This has been working for me a while for the manual way, but it's very tedious, very time consuming. I was talking with Ashton, who's here on the call with us right now. She was talking about how she's done this before too, but it's very tedious. It's very time consuming. So what did we do once we had the ability to build a piece of software? Well, when AI came in, we finally had the tools to build a piece of software that does all the hard parts of what we're talking about in about a minute. In about a minute. And what I'm about to show you is one of the most revolutionary tools that we have ever had in our business, for our agency, for our digital product business, for our physical product business, is just about anything you can think of, because it puts us in the room with our ideal customers and it does all the heavy lifting. You want to see it? You guys want to see it? You guys want to see this? If you want to see this, what I would like for you to do right now is type a number 3 in the box. Put a number 3 in the box for me. I'm going to take a drink while you guys are doing that. Don't be a stranger. Even if you said nothing the whole call, I want to see your name pop up, because it always, I always get excited when I see different names pop up. Hey, Greg, what's up? Hey, Neil, Ted, good to see you guys. Michael, all right, get in there. Hey, Rod, good to see you guys. All right, Brian, yes, I'll get to that. Let's get into it. So part 3. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough of the tool that has changed networking for us, and it's changed the way that we start conversations and continue conversations and turn conversations into sales and long-term clients. And we make it easy. How many of you would love to get into 25 to 100 conversations with your ideal clients every single week and only have to invest 10 to 15 minutes a day? 10 to 15 minutes a day. If you'd like that, that's what we're going to do right now. If you're ready to dig in one more time, put that number 3 in the box and let's get into it. Let's get into it. I see lots of number 3s, by the way. Lots of number 3s popping up in my chat. Can you guys see the screen where you see Seek Leads up here in the corner? If you can see it, just give me a yes real quick. Just give me a yes so I know that it's there, and I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, before I show you anything of how it works, I want to explain what's going on here and how you set this up, okay? Here it is. Before we get started with this tool, we go in and we give it our website URL. Everybody follow me so far, give me a yes. We go in and we give the tool on setup our website URL. If for some reason you're brand new and you don't have a website yet, it gives you a list of questions to fill in to talk about the business that you have. So one way or the other, you are training the AI to know what your business is, and what you sell, and who your customers are. Give me a yes if this makes sense. Before I get into how this works, I need everybody to understand the things that are happening before. So from day one, when you use the tool knows what your business is, what you sell, and who your ideal customers are. Okay? So it's going to suggest people for you to follow on YouTube with the tool that already are likely to have your customers ready to rock. Does this make sense? Give me a yes if this makes sense so far. So what happens is once you go through setup, which is about a 10-minute process, the AI learns, it suggests who to follow, and it's going to give you a dashboard that looks like this. Oh, I should mention one more thing. It gives you a goal. You tell it how many new conversations you want to start a week. This week, I knew I was going to be busy, so I set my goal for 25 conversations. The tool was so effective, I started 45 conversations. How many of you, that blows you away, that I started 45 conversations potentially with my ideal customers, right? And I did that on one of the busiest weeks that I've had, of the year, because I was prepping a webinar. Prepping these webinars is not easy. So I did this even when I was busy. I did this even if I couldn't get out of the house. I could do this every single week. So here's how it works. Every morning, what SeekLeads does is it goes and it scans your coffee shops, the channels that you have followed. You can follow up to 10. We do 10 because 10 is the ideal number to not have too much, not too little. So we are scanning 10 of our coffee shops. What are the best tables at each coffee shop? Remember, the tables are the videos. And it will scan back, and it will even scan back to past videos up to a year old, because we can still pull leads out from those things. Does this make sense? Give me a yes if so far so good. It's scanning. Literally, what it does, and everybody please listen to this because this is nuts. It goes and it gets in the car before you wake up, and it goes and scouts all of the coffee shops that you might be interested in, and it finds the tables where you should spend your time before you even wake up. Give me a yes if this makes sense to you. Give me a yes. So I know we're talking YouTube. I know we're talking YouTube channels, but like, this is the thing that goes into scouts for you in the morning to find where the conversations are happening. And then it puts it in front of you. So when I wake up, I've got this going, and it's telling me I've got 7 new opportunities, which is 7 new tables. I've got more tables than that. And it's also giving me some other information I'll talk about in a second. So what we do is we go to our radar, and our radar for the day shows us, here are the tables in the coffee shops that you follow that are most likely to have your customers. So far, so good. Everybody understand, radar is the scout that goes out to YouTube and finds the videos for that day where your clients are most likely to be. Not my clients, not your clients, whoever you are, it's specific to you. Once you do that, it tells you why. We have a little bit of ranking stuff here. There's a complex algorithm, but we've got this to where it's telling you why. Okay, you go in, you click analyze. Once you click analyze, it's going to pull up a video that looks like this, and it's going to rank the leads. Now, let me tell you what it does. First, it filters out all the comments from the creator of the video. Give me a yes if you follow me on that. So anything the creator has done in the comments, it filters all those out. It also knows to look for spam comments or people posting their links or goofy stuff, and it goes in and it filters all that out. It finds the top 120 things that are being said, and then it filters them into hot, warm, cool, and VIPs. Everybody understand those 4 things? Type in number 4 if you understand hot, warm, cool, VIPs. Hot and warm is where we want to spend our time for the day. So here it is. This is under the Serial Progress Seeker account. So it is looking for people that are interested in the kinds of things that Serial Progress Seeker does. If you have it for your agency, which we have another one for our agency, that's what it does. So this is here. It not only shows you the comment, it shows you why it thinks it's a good lead for your specific business. How many of you are already like, holy shit? Because I know I was. When we first started getting this through, where I was like, oh, I want this, it finds and it tells you why. So this person has real clients and they're delivering. They have real clients and they're delivering, but service pricing is too low. So listen, I want to start a conversation with them because they may be interested in our Serial Progress Seeker software or training programs to how to get past this. So I'm going to draft a reply, and the AI knows me, so the AI is going to do it. So signing 8 dental clients in 4 months at 16 is no small thing. There's proof you can sell. The fix usually isn't more clients at $80. It's repositioning the offer around results. So you can charge 3 to 4 times more that. Now I can edit this or whatever, but watch what happens. I'm going to hit copy and reply. Watch what it does. We're going to pause. And right here is that comment. And I just click paste because it's already on my clipboard. And I click reply. When I go back to the application, it knows that I have clicked and replied, and now it will be following this comment to see if they reply back to me. And I can go in and I can do that with all of these and start conversations with these people. Notice I tagged their name automatically so that they got a notification on their end. Give me a yes if you're following me so far. This was a lead. We wanted to say something. I'm still driving this as a human. AI is not doing it willy-nilly. But this is the idea. We go in and do this. Now I can go to my hot leads. I can go look at my VIPs. These are people that not necessarily are my customers, but they are people who are interested in this content and they have an audience too. Give me a yes if this makes sense to you. So far, so good? So far, so good? Cool. And here's the thing. You'll notice that in my radar today, it says that I've got 4 leads that have written me back this week. Okay? Here's the inbox. This is the people that I have talked to and put comments in that have not written back yet. That's par for the course. They'll get there. Here's the people that I've been in a conversation with. They've written me back this week and I've written them back again. Here's people that have written me that I need to go to respond to. And if I want to go respond to them, I can click here. I can see the entire conversation that we've had back and forth. I can draft another follow-up. Watch this. And I can copy and reply. It goes to the comment. It pasted it automatically. I hit reply. And now, when I refresh this and go to my inbox, now you can see that that comment is waiting for a response back. So I don't have to even remember the conversations that I've had. It does it for me. Give me a yes if you're blown away so far and you understand the weapon that we have for any business that you might have. Can I show you the icing on the cake though? Can I show you the icing on the cake? Can I show you the icing on the cake? Would you like to see the icing on the cake? Here's the icing on the cake, my friends. Ready? I'll wait. Give me a yes if you want to see the part that like takes this to a completely different level. When I'm replying to these people's comments, what is likely going to happen? When they see this, something like this, what is likely going to happen? They are going to click through to my profile, correct? They are going to click through to my profile. Would you agree? Right? Who's bid? They're going to click through my name to my channel. There's a box here. It's called channel readiness. Now, here's what channel readiness does. You give YouTube your channel. You don't have to have any videos on it. It's going to rank your channel, okay? And it's going to tell you, based on what your website says and what you're selling, you need to go edit these things on your channel so that it is more in line with what your customer is looking for. It will literally tell you what's wrong with your funnel as it shows on your channel. Give me a yes if this makes sense. Now, how many of you are talking shit right now about my 47 out of 100? How many of you are talking shit right now in your head about my 47 out of 100? Go ahead, say it. I know you're doing it. I'm talking shit about it too, but I want to throw this out here because I want you to understand what happened. I was sitting at about an 80 a couple of days ago, but I did something. How many of you have realized that over the last couple of months, what Serial Progress Seeker sells is different than what it was selling last year? Serial Progress Seeker was largely a training program kind of thing last year and years before, right? We still train, but we're largely software. So what I did is I went in and changed my YouTube description to be more in line with the software stuff, but my website hasn't changed yet. So when it did the initial read, it was off. What I'm telling you is it dropped me from an 80 to a 47 in an instant because it realized that there was a mismatch in what I was doing. There was a mismatch. And so it's telling me, hey, based on this new thing that you did, you've got to go make these tweaks to your channel and all these things so that everything lines up. How many of you would like to have somebody that is looking at all your stuff and saying, hey, this doesn't line in? So what am I doing over the weekend? I'm going to go change what it told me to change after I made a small tweak. I made a small tweak that threw the whole thing off, and it's telling me, we see that, go change it. Give me a yes if you like having to not think so much about everything because it's watching it for you. Now, can I tell you one more thing that affects this number that's going to blow your freaking mind? Now, this gets complicated. I don't want to get too complicated here, but I want to tell you one more thing that affects the channel readiness number. If you're ready, give me a yes in the box. And this one is game changing. Every day when you guys use the software and you go to the videos, sometimes you're going to find leads that fit. Sometimes you're going to find leads that it found that don't fit as well. Over time, the software learns what kinds of questions that you are replying to. Over time, the software learns what kinds of questions you're replying to, and it's going to change what it suggests in the radar every day based on what you're actually replying to. So the new things, the new tables that you get served in your coffee shops, aka your channels, it's going to change what it serves up to you in the radar based on what you're doing here. But it's also going to change what you need to put on your channel based on the questions that you're answering, because those are the kinds of people that are coming over. Are you saying the same things on your channel? Seek Leads is going to become your everyday friend for getting into conversations and making sure that everything lines up so that you are networking like a professional. And by the way, just as a little icing on the cake, we gamify everything so that you can make sure that you are getting consistent when it counts. When is the most important time to get consistent with something? It's in the first little bit. Okay, does this make sense? Give me a yes if this makes sense and you understand. You understand. Good. Type a 1 in the box if you'd like to get one of the 50 Seek Leads founder licenses and start using it to grow your agency, to your business right now. Put a big number 1 in the ring. Okay, let's get into it. Part 4, I promise I'm getting to the link because I know that's what you guys are here for. But let's get into it. I'm excited to invite all of you to become founding users of Seek Leads. There's 50 spots. That tool is going to give you a seat at every table where your future clients and customers are already talking. I want to walk you through what you're getting here. Number 1, you're going to get access to the Seek Leads software. And with this software, it's exactly what you just saw. You're not only going to get access to this, but you're going to get access to the radar function. This is a function that if you got this tool, just the radar anywhere else, this would be $147 a month. That's the tool that watches for new opportunities every day. It does the scouting for you before you even wake up. And every day you have a new scouting opportunity that it's gone and done. Literally 5 days a week, it's going to go do this for you. If you want to work the weekend, that's fine, but I wouldn't. Okay? All right? From here, we're going to go into this, which is founder benefit number 3. This is where it does the lead scoring. How many of you want it to do the scouting, but you also want it to say, hey, this is why you got to talk to this person here. This is the reason you need to talk to this person here. So you don't have to parse it out yourself. It's going to tell you why. Give me a yes or number 3 in the box if you want that. That's what the lead scoring does every single day. So it doesn't only go out and scout the potential places. It also looks at the individual comments and says, this is why you want to talk to them. From there, number 4, it replies in your voice. It's learned from your replies. It's learned from your website what you are selling. And so it's going to craft a reply that is helpful, that engages them, but does not pitch too early. From there, we also have this, which is number 5, the inbox. How many of you don't want to have to keep up with who you've talked to and who you haven't and keep all that in your brain? Give me a number 5 in the box. This is the tool that's going to remember everything you've ever said to any of these people that are your potential customers. It's going to tell you whether they've written back or not. And it is going to tell you what you need to say next to continue the conversation down the path of sales. Finally, the icing on the cake, the channel readiness. They're going to click through to your channel every so often. You don't need any videos there, but it better say the right things. This is going to do that. By the way, that's not all you're getting. I got some bonuses for you, and then I'm going to get you guys a link. Here's the bonuses. As a founder, you guys are going to get what we call the First Pour Setup Kit. How many of you don't want to watch a full webinar with me that I'm going to give you guys as a kickoff call, but you don't have to watch the full webinar with me to know how to set up the tool? Give me a yes if that's, you don't want to have to go back and watch through all that. Yes, you're going to get what we call the First Pour Setup Kit. You're going to get a video that's the quick install video, but you're also going to get a user manual that walks you through step by step. I'm giving you both. So if you're a visual learner, hey, we're going to go do it through the video. If you are a person that likes to read the step by step, you get both. That's your first course setup kit. Bonus number 2 is what we call the regulars Rolex. This is a curated watch list. I'm going to give you guys some channels to go find. The tool Seek Leads will suggest who to follow. I'm going to give you guys some extra people to follow based on your niche. That's all inside. From there, number 3, what we call the Barista Script book. How many of you want to know how once you get into a conversation with somebody, you actually turn it into a sale by connecting outside of YouTube? Well, it's very, very simple, but I'm going to give that to you in what we call the Barista Script book. And this goes with the software. It's just that extra little layer of things. And by the way, this is not an awkward process at all, even if you hate sales, because you've already been in conversation with these people and we've set it up using the Seek Leads replies. From here, the Dress the Shop kit. How many of you want your YouTube channel to not only say nice things, but to look like $1 million too? No videos. We don't need videos here, but how many of you want covers and profile photos that make you look like a badass, that make your business look like it is $1 billion business? And I mean that. We're going to give you guys the tools that you can make your cover and your profile photo look great, and it will be in brand with your business. That's bonus number 4. Bonus number 5 is what I think a lot of people have been asking is, Atkins, hey, can we sell this as a service? How many of you have that question? I'm an agency. Can I sell this as a service to another business? How many of you would ask that? So I'm going to show you how to package Seek Leads as a paid service that you can charge monthly for, because nobody else has this tool quite like this. It's just going to be you if you're one of the 50. Does that make sense? Give me a yes if this makes sense so far. Okay. Now, software I'm about to hand you guys is the machine that helps find the right room, the right people, and keeps you showing up every single morning without it being a big effort for you. It helps you to say the right thing to start the conversation and continue it with a lead that's highly likely to buy from you because they fit your buyer profile. The big question that everybody is asking in the back of their mind right now is what? What is everybody asking in the back of their mind right now? Of course, you're asking, hey, Atkins, what is this going to cost me? What is this going to cost me? Well, here's what it's not going to cost you. It's not going to cost you the 15 to 20 hours a week the manual way takes. And that's if you're fast with it. Seek Leads reads those tables for you in about a minute. It's not going to cost you the 6 figures and the months of development that it took us to build this and to get it right. And it's not going to cost you the $685 a month that if you had different tools from all over the web that you had to still duct tape together, that you'd be paying in subscriptions. That's more than $8,000 a year every year. With Seek Leads, you're going to start getting into conversations with 25 to 100 perfect prospects every single week. And if you follow the system, you're less than 30 days from your first recurring client that was generated completely online. And the best part, if you can make me a simple promise, I'm going to give you a deal that's going to blow you away. Ready for the promise? All I need you to say is, I promise, if you could agree with this. Promise me this. The day you book your first client or make your first sale from a YouTube conversation that Seek Leads set up, you'll pull out your phone, turn on a video. It's the only time I'll ask you to do a video. You don't have to do one for your channel. Do one for me. Turn it around and do a quick little testimonial video for me. It doesn't have to be long, but when you make your first sale using this, can you cut me a quick little testimonial if I give you a deal on this? If you can give me a deal, just say, I promise. If you will promise me that you will do a testimonial for me, and I mean this, I really want it. Don't say it and then don't do it. All right. I'm very confident the tool is going to get you there. Make sure you do it. Okay. If you're ready to get inside, there's one more thing I need you to understand, and it's this. There's only 50 seats for this. One payment. This is not a recurring thing, even though it should be. Give me a yes if you understand why this should be a recurring thing. Give me a yes if you understand why this should be a recurring thing. Yeah. But it's not. Not for you guys. Not for you guys, because you're here. You're here for the opening. You're a founder. One payment, yours for good, no subscription. And when Seek Leads opens to the public next month, this is gone. Okay? Does all this make sense? Yes, Alan, we make sure that everything works. We make sure that everything works and it continues to work. If you're ready for the link, I need you to do me a favor right now. I need you to type link in the box right now. Okay. So here's the deal. Ashton is about to put the link on, but I want you guys to do this. Everybody has to type this word in the chat so that I know that you have it. When we give you the link, do not pay the price that is on the screen. Do not pay the price that is on the screen. If you're typing this word in the box right now, I am taking that you understand this, because I don't want to go give a bunch of refunds because you paid full price like everybody else is going to that wasn't here. Okay? When we give you the link in the chat, I want you to type this word in the box, and I'm going to take a chunk off of the price that everybody else sees. That's still in the founder section, but you're going to get even better. Are you ready? Are you ready for the link? If you're ready for the link, give me one more yes in the box, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. Ashton's going to put it in the chat for you guys, and here we go. Guys, here's where you go to. Go to seekleads.io. Ashton is popping that into the chat for you right now. Use that code in the chat. As soon as you get done, you come back in and you say, I am in or I'm in. Let me know that you made it in and that you're on the other side. We're going to be giving you guys access to everything this coming Tuesday. We're going to make sure that we get you guys armed with how to get started with this. My goal is that you've started 100 conversations by the end of next week, every single one of you, and you start getting replies within day one. That's how powerful this is. Go to seekleads.io. Make sure when you get that little slide in, there's a little box there that you can click, and it will let you put the code in. Make sure that you get there. While you guys are doing that, I've already got a first couple people that say, I'm in. When you make it in and you are on the other side, you tell me that you are in, that you made it inside. I'm excited to celebrate you guys that have made it in. While you're doing that, we're going to recap everything that you're getting inside. If you are one of the 50 people that make it inside today at seekleads.io, this is what you are getting. Founder benefit number one, you're getting the SeekLeads software. You're not paying monthly for the SeekLeads software. You are paying one time. SeekLead turns any YouTube video into a room full of your ideal buyers that it finds the right people, tells you why each one matters, and drafts exactly what to say to those folks. All you got to do, go to seekleads.io and make sure you put in that code into the box. Make sure you put that code into the box. By the way, if anybody has any problems getting to those pages, we will make sure we get you a backdoor link to those pages. Just let us know in the chat, and we will do that individually for you. But make sure you tell me the second that you got inside, the second that you are in, make sure you come back and say, I am in. Let me know that you're in. If you've run into any problems, let me know on that too, and we will take care of you guys. Let's recap some more of what you're getting inside while we're doing. By the way, anybody has any problems, jump into the chat. Let me know that you're having some issues, and we'll help you out with that. Super, super easy. Okay, we got some folks that have made it in. By the way, does anybody having trouble finding the discount box, the coupon code box? Anybody having trouble finding that? Anybody? Okay, let me show you how to do this. I'm going to do this for you. This is what I don't normally do, but let me do this for you. I'm going to pop out of this real quick, and I want to show you how to do this. If we go to Seek Leads.io, and of course it's hanging on my end too because of this. Oh, we're having a page issue. We're having a page issue. Ashton, can you do me a favor? Can you get me the direct Samcart link? Because it looks like you guys have crashed the page. You guys have crashed the page. By the way, I know that's not supposed to be cool, but that's kind of cool, right? That's kind of cool what you guys are doing. So let's see if we can get it open. No worries. Hey, I'll make sure we get you guys in. Ashton is going to pop in the direct link into your chat. Can everybody see this on your screen right now? Give me a yes if you can see this on your screen right now. Yeah, go here, and we put a backdoor in for you guys. We put a backdoor in for you guys so you can go in. Make sure you get in here. By the way, there's a coupon code right here. If you were having any trouble finding that on the other one, you can get in right here, and we're getting lots of people that are making it in now. We have that backup link for you guys. If you run into any problems here, let me know. All right, so here's what you get. You get the full software. You get the radar. You get the AI lead scoring. You get the replies in your own voice. This is the tool that's going to do this for you. You get the inbox. You get the channel readiness machine. You're also getting all these bonuses. You're getting the first pour setup kit, which is how to set this up easily. We're going to give you that. You're going to get the regulars Rolodex. I'm going to give you some additional things for each of these major niches that you guys might be in that you can go follow those channels. That be a part of your daily, even though the software is going to do a lot of this for you. From there, you get the Barista Script book. This is how you convert once you've been in a conversation. It makes it really easy. I'll show you how to do that. From there, hey, how do we make our channel look good? There's going to be a lot of people clicking over to our YouTube channel /page. Videos aren't the way to convert them. I'll show you what to do to dress up your thing. We've got templates that are going to be there too. Okay. From there, we're going to do the franchise playbook. The franchise playbook. We are going to go with all of the ways you can turn this into an agency thing. Christine, we'll get something over to you. I'm going to start welcoming some folks in. Remember, there's only 50 spots for these. There's only 50 spots for these, you guys. And I'm going to start welcoming some folks in. I want to welcome Rob in. I want to welcome Marion in. I want to welcome Eric in. I want to welcome Kip in. I want to welcome, let's see who else we got. We've got Kathleen that made it in. We've got, let's see here. We got Neil that made it in. We've got Michael that made it in. We've got John that made it in. We got Dave that made it in. Let's see who else we got. We've got Katie that made it in. I can't, by the way, I can't save these for anybody unless you were telling me that you were having an issue and we get you in there. By the way, Ashton's helping you guys in with that. In the meantime, I want to answer any questions that you guys. Katie made it in. Good. Katie made it in. By the way, if anybody's having any issues, you don't have to go to seekleads.io. We're giving you a direct link from there. And if that link doesn't work, hey, we have another backup too that we're going to send your way. So we'll get it there. It's Andrew's in. It was tough. The training is going to be on 2 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Hey, we had some issues with the stuff this morning, and you guys still made it in. Tony made it in. George made it in. Brenda made it in. We got lots more folks that are making it now. Listen, you guys are kind of amazing. Do you guys know what it takes to crash one of those pages? It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. Dave says, do you have a use case? Like, what do you mean, Dave? Give me like a little bit more about what you're asking about, and we'll go from there. Catch you on Tuesday. Yes. If you have, remember, there are 50 spots for this. If you do not have your spot yet, let us know why. If it's a question, ask the question. Let QQQ give you that question. If you're running into any sort of problems with this, let us know, and we'll make sure we get you guys a backdoor link right now. Do not wait for us to email you. We will send you the link right now on the page. The spots may be gone. Marin's in. Nice. Welcome in, Marin P. Good to see you. Rob, great question coming in from Rob. I'm waiting on more questions from you guys. I've got some other questions to answer. We'll do this. So, QQQ, how will this work with Seek Events, coffee and coffee shop owners? Never thought of it as a YouTube prospecting tool. So here's the idea. How many people are going to YouTube, Rob, to search for how to grow their coffee shop? Okay. How to grow my small business. And you've got people that are out there asking questions because there are creators teaching how to do this stuff. You just go land in the comments, you start conversations, and then make sure you got something about your service on your page. We'll get into how to do all that as we get into the actual training. So Rob, bring specifically what you want to do, and I will make sure I show you how to set up your page for that too. Katie, does it work with YouTube only? Is there a plan to include other platforms like Reddit? Here's the interesting thing. If we were to include multiple platforms in this, it would be a clusterfuck. Pardon my language, but does everybody understand what I just said? How many of you are tired of tools that try to be too much and they become unusable? The reason this is YouTube only is because that's where a ton of, I mean, you could literally use YouTube forever and never run out of leads. And so this is YouTube only. Am I saying that hey, there's not other places to go for stuff? No. But Katie, my thing is this. I wanted to make sure you had a tool that could cover you for the rest of your career that wasn't bloated, that wasn't hard to use. And once I show you guys how to navigate through this the first time, it is going to become like an appendage that you know how to use every day. It's not going to be something that's hard. If we built in too many different platforms, there would be too many different mechanics that could cause things to break. More importantly, it could cause our brains to break. Yes. Michelle, yes, there is. And Michelle, I'll have Ashton send that to you right now in the chat so that you can go use that. By the way, seekleads.io wasn't working from some of you guys. And so we've got a backup link in the chat. I'm going to have Ashton put that backup link in the chat with the code again. So Ashton, make sure we get that backup link in the chat and we get that in there too so that everybody can see that. And listen, we're here to help you guys out and we're here to rock it. Listen, we got several other people that made it in. Warren W. made it in. Dave made it in. I've got a couple others down the list that I missed because we were having some issues with the page. It wasn't all just one line of I'm ins today. So if I missed saying, if you said I'm in and I missed you, I'm sorry. We'll get you guys. Dave, you can see it popping up in the chat right now, but I'll have Ashton send that exact line to you as a reply to your question too. So here's the thing. This is a tool that if you use this, and it's about 10 minutes a day that you use it, this is a tool that's going to get you in conversations. And let me ask you guys one more time. What changes about your business if you learn how to do more marketing stuff? Let's be real with each other. What changes about your business if you learn to do more marketing stuff? Most of you here know how to do enough as a service. Give me a yes if you're locked in on that. Give me a yes if you're locked in on that. Most of you here already have a service. You already have a digital product. You already have a physical product. You've already got something to sell. What changes if you learn more about new things to sell? Not a lot. What changes for most people out there is you will get more business. Your business will grow if you get in front of more connections every day. You get in front of more connections every week, and they just happen to be, because that's the way the software works. That's how Seek Leads works. What happens is if you are in the room of people starting conversations that just happen to be your ideal customers, which it scouts for you every day, then you're going to win. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's break this down very easily. How many of you would pay good money to hire someone to go out and scout your ideal customers and where they're hanging out and the conversations they're having? How many of you would pay good money to someone that could do that every single day? Seek Leads does that. Seek Leads does that. And it does it really well, and it does it every day. It never gets tired. It never calls in sick. It never says, oh, I can't help you today because something's going on. Seek Leads wakes up in the morning. It finds all of the new coffee shop tables that you should be at, which is new videos. It finds the conversations that you should be involved in. It filters out all the junk. And then it helps to craft the replies that you should make that get the conversation started, that are that are ideal for your business. It always talks like your business would talk. And then it keeps looking at all the people that you have been talking to, and it tracks those conversations. It tracks those conversations. And listen, when this goes on sale to the public in the next month, there will be a monthly price tag, and there will be something that people have to pay monthly for. That won't happen if you're one of the 50 and you go and you get your spot now at the link that we put in the chat. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope that you guys are locked in. By the way, something I didn't even mention, and I'm going to show you guys right now. If you get your thing, how many of you are blown away by the price, by the way, by what you're getting? How many of you are blown away by the price? Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. By the way, I want to show you something here real quick. Does everybody see this button right here at the top? Give me a yes if you see this button here at the top of Seek Leads. Give me a yes if you can see this button here at the top of Seek Leads. Just let me know that the screen's pulled up. This allows you to go set up a new profile. And you can have multiple profiles so that you're not just doing one profile. So if you take on a client, you've got multiple businesses, it's just as easy as setting up a new profile, and then you can switch profiles on the fly. Pretty amazing. Like I said, this is one I could have kept to myself, but I wanted you guys to be a part of it, especially if you're one of the 50. Go in, get your spot now. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to be getting ourselves into all of the specifics behind the scenes this coming Tuesday. If you get one of those 50 spots, I'm so excited that you guys got in as a founder. Make sure you jump in now. And yeah, can clients get direct login and done for you services? No, this is yours. Somebody asked earlier, why did I not do a white label on this? Because I don't want this getting out. I don't want you ever installing this on anybody else's machine. No one should know what you're using to do this. This is that top secret. If you got one of the 50 spots, can you promise me that you're not going to let anybody else know that you got this? Give me a yes if you can promise me that. If you got one of those 50 spots, you promise me nobody knows what Seek Leads is. Okay? Just don't tell them. Don't tell them. This is yours. This is a weapon that needs to be protected. If you got in, if somebody said, how do I know if I got one of the 50 spots? If you got in, you got one. If the page is not shut down yet, you got one. Okay. Listen, I don't want to keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of what we did today. And I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with this next. All right. Be good. Take care of yourself. You guys, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you run an agency, this is a game changer. If you sell physical products online, this is a game changer. If you sell digital products online, this is a game changer. If you want to work with any clients that sell things online, this is a game changer. How many of you in the agency space are tired of being locked to local brick and mortar businesses? If you are, this changes the game for you too, because now you can get clients that do all kinds of different things. They don't have to have a brick and mortar building, and you've got a tool they don't have. All right, guys, be good. Have the best weekend. And by the way, bonus number 5, Marcus says, what would you charge a client? That's what bonus number 5 is. And I'll be showing you the full model of what to do to charge this to a client. What do you charge them? What's the service you provide? What do they get? Does everybody understand? Let me stop with Marcus's question, because this is good. I was about to leave, but I'm not going to leave now for a second because I got to explain this. Does everybody understand what Marcus just asked? Does everybody understand what Marcus just asked? What would you charge for a client for this? So let me say this. Do you know what you're selling here? Do you know what you're selling? We're selling lead gen. How many of you realize that lead gen is one of, if not the highest charges that you can charge as an agency? We're selling lead generation. We're selling lead generation. And I want you guys to understand, if you've never been in the business of selling lead generation, then I'm about to blow your minds with what you can do. I got on this call to sell this tool to you all as agency owners and product creators, and it's something that you can do to grow your business. But what I probably should have spent more time doing is talking about, we're about to sell lead gen. And if you've never done that before, the money that you can get from this is pretty magnificent. Make sure you get one of those 50 spots. All right, you guys, 50 spots. That's it. When it's over, we close it. We won't open it back up until it is the monthly. Make sure you get one of your spots. If I did not welcome you inside so far, it's because the questions started like flying at me really, really fast. And listen, I want you guys to understand that this is it. By the way, I want to sell something that sells itself and is easy to fulfill. This is it. Per client, Scott, per client, you're going to be spending about 10 minutes a day. And here's the best part. Scott, you ready for the best part? If you sell this, you can teach your kid how to do this. You can teach your friends how to do this. You can teach them how to use the tool for you and pay them something, and your one client pays for them doing all of the clients. And because they've got this tool, this machine that you're arming them with, that you're managing, but you're arming them with, this is something that you can scale in a big, big way. Okay? What if each client is selling a different type of product or service? Let me show you again. If we set up, Alan, if we set up a new thing, a new profile, it asks for their website, meaning it's a completely different track than whatever your core profile is here. So every profile is looking for a different set of coffee shops / channels and tables / videos and comments / customers that are talking. Does that make sense? Every profile that you put into this is going to be selling something different. And it is only going to look for underneath that profile those things. Cool? Cool? All right. I hope so. Listen, make sure you get in. If you don't get in on this, I don't know what else I can do to convince you that you should. But I hope you make it inside. I hope you get one of the 50 spots, and I hope you get it at the deal. All right. You guys be good. Take care of yourself. I'm going to go ahead and tell you one more thing that is incredibly important. If you leave this call, I'm not saying that we're not going to put the founder code out there, but it will be less effective. Does that make sense? Give me a number 1 if that makes sense. The coupon is not going to knock as much off if you miss it on the live call. That's what I'll say. The coupon gets less and less valuable the more time that passes until we sell all 50 spots. So make sure you use it now. I don't want there to be any surprises for anybody. go to seekleads.io, or if we broke the link where it's not coming back up, we've got a link in the chat. John is asking for the link. John, I'll make sure that we pop the link directly into your question. So Ashton, make sure we get John that. Other than that, I have one more thing I want you all to promise me before you get off this call. Whether you got one of the 50 spots or not, I hope you did, but do me a favor. Promise me that you're going to have the best weekend. You're going to be safe. You're going to hang out with some family and friends and have a good time this weekend, so that next week when we get back to work with Seek Leads and we integrate it in your business, you're ready to rock and roll. If you can make me that promise, give me a big lucky number 7 in the box. And that is your way of telling me happy weekend, and that's my way of telling you happy weekend. You guys, yes, I hope that you are as excited as I am about this, and you're ready for a big week next week. In the meantime, go rest. Happy weekend. Love you all a ton. Thanks for being here. From myself, all of the peeps here at Serial Progress Seeker, we love you a ton. We're excited for you to be inside of Seek Leads. We're excited for this to help you to fix the new customer problem for once and for always. And we're going to have some fun next week. All right, you guys be good. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you soon.